Kammer Musiker, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, a New York-based group that performs classical music, has returned to the Fargo-Moorhead area for their 11th annual performance.
Ilana Peterson and Jeff Hale, as well as some of the musicians, are here to give us kind of a preview of an upcoming concert that you have. And you told us you're going to be tomorrow in Wahpeton. Is that true?
Tomorrow in Wahpeton, we'll be at the zoo for one of the performances with Tal, who we couldn't bring today.
Oh, come on.
He's not good in the early mornings.
And we had a hard time. We were like, how do you say that? Kammer Musiker? And you said, what does that mean?
It means chamber musicians.
In
German. It's in German. Just don't call us Jammer Musiker. That's misery musicians.
Oh. We definitely won't do that.
Yes.
But then Tuesday, Wahpeton.
Tuesday's Wahpeton. Wednesday's Etche Gallery on Broadway. And we hope everyone will come out for that. Thursday, we're in Ellendale at the historic Opera House again. And on Friday, we're doing, we're going to be race cars. We're going to be playing at the Muscatel Showroom.
Nice.
This is not the first time we've been involved with race cars. We were brought to China by Martel Cognac, who sponsors the car races across Europe into Asia. And we were called the classical theme that year. And then Saturday, we're in Grand Forks all day.
And if you can remind people, because I remember last year you mentioned you got a special connection to North Dakota, correct?
Yes, I do. I actually farm here in North Central. Actually, my brother farms for me, but yes. And I went to Grand Forks High School, graduated from Grand Forks High School centuries ago.
Nice. All right, so what are you guys going to play for us today?
Jeff, do you want to announce?
Sure, we're going to play a really old piece. This is from about 1550, and the composer's name is Claude Gervais, and this is a dance called a tourbillon.
Take it away.
Amazing. I love that. From 1550, is that what you said?
It was part of a 5-volume set that was published by a guy named Pierre Atteignant, who was a printer, not a musician, but he hired a couple of people, Claude Gervais and Paul Passerow, to arrange music for him, and it was shipped all over. And it was actually some of the first printed dance music ever.
I kind of felt like I should be dancing a little bit.
Like Beauty and the Beast.
Yes, this is 16th century rock music.
Oh,
tell us a little more tomorrow. You're going to be playing with, is it Tal, the orangutan, right?
That's right.
So what does he play with you?
This is his second annual concert with the New York Kammer Musiker. And we, Jeff and I went out to rehearse with him. And the day we arrived, we were a little late. And they had the chairs and stands set up at one end of the cage. And Tal was just sitting there like he'd come early for the rehearsal, and nobody was there. And he's going to do great.
What does he play again?
He plays recorder, wind instrument. We have to be careful, you know, sometimes we clean our instruments because water gets in and we suck the water. He heard Jeff do this and he thought that was great. So we lost the rest of the rehearsal. He was practicing that.
What instruments do we have here, you know, in case we're...
Well, this is English horn.
Also.
And the low instrument there is bassoon, and the very low instrument is contrabassoon. Wow. And the high instrument today is the oboe.
And these are all double reed instruments, which means that the sound is made by two little pieces of cane that are tied together, and then so they all sound a little bit different. Sue, can you show them what yours sounds like? And they sound a little better when you put them in the instrument.
A little or a lot.
So.
But this is actually what makes the sound. It's a little different than a clarinet or a saxophone, which have a flat, long reed that actually vibrates against the instrument itself. But these are actually, they're going back and forth very quickly.
Amazing. Do you guys have something else you can play for us today?
Sure. How about some Irish music?
Beautiful.
This is an arrangement of a very well-known reel by Trullo O'Carolan, who is the famous Irish blind harpist at the turn of the 18th century. So this is called Charles Coote's Planstye, and a planstye is an old Irish name for a reel.
Amazing. It's
Great
beautiful.
stuff.
Thank you.
So are people really going to hear a variety? I mean, there's a lot of difference between the first and second song. How do you decide what you play?
It depends on the audience sometimes. This year we tried, because we're doing a lot of different types of concerts, we made a chart of music we'll choose from when we see who's in the audience.
Oh.
So it'll be Renaissance, Baroque, Classical, Contemporary. We have a couple of compositions written just for this tour by a composer in Brazil. One for Tall,
Nice.
and hopefully Tall will play it that day. And then in Ellendale, there's a famous cat. He's 18 years old, Frank the cat. So this composer wrote a piece that incorporates
Frank
the cat.
All right, so here's the dates you guys are playing. You'll be in Wabian again tomorrow, Fargo at the Etche, I think you said downtown, then Ellendale, and then Moorhead you'll be at Muscatel Subaru, and then in Grand Forks. So can you play the song you're going to play with Tall tomorrow for us, or is that reserved just for him?
I think we have to have Tall, and he's not here.
Oh, we're missing
Can I
something.
impersonate that? I'll play whatever he's going to do.
Wouldn't be much of a stretch.
You need really long arms for that.
Oh, well, I'll figure something. All right, let's have you guys maybe take us out to break, if you will, with one more song. You have one more in the...
Sure. How about some Handel? This is from Handel's Water Music. And this is from the year 1717.
again. Beautiful. Love
Great
it.
stuff. Lisa was just telling me that's what's on her iTunes list right there was Handle. So.
It should be. Good stuff. Thanks again
Thank
for
you.
coming
Thanks,
in.
you guys.
And you can
Okay.
find it on
Appreciate it.
YouTube.
On YouTube?
Yes.
Do you guys have a YouTube
We've
channel?
done a
or-
few. We don't have a YouTube channel, but the record companies have put a lot of things on YouTube, and I think both of we have a Baroque compilation CD and a Renaissance CD, and both of those I think you can find on YouTube if you Google our name.
Do you have a website as well if people want to check it out? Or
A Facebook
We
page.
got a Facebook page, and New York. It's the New York Kammer Musiker, or under my name, Ilana Peterson.
Thank you very much. All right, thanks,
We
you
have
guys.
Thank
traveled
you.
all over the world, so it tells you a little bit about our travels. We're 48 times through South America.
Wow.
And Australia, New Zealand, Far East, of
Do you guys
course,
need a
and all
chaperone
over
for the
Europe.
next trip?
Many.
I love South America. What time is the show tomorrow, by the way, at Chihinkapa?
There are 3 shows in Wapaton. One's at 2 o'clock, but Tall's is 3:30, and then the evening will be a evening concert at 7, I believe.
Awesome. Thanks so much, you guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. Much more coming up right after this.